Here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
A severe weather alert continues this evening. Torrential downpours, localized street flooding, isolated thunderstorms, and obviously strong wind in issues, some damaging wind gusts. So a lot to cover as the worst of the weather continues. Take a look outside on a Doppler radar. Widespread soaking rains, over an inch in some spots, with more to come. Localized street flooding. We've had some reports of numerous accidents, poor visibility, some hydroplaning, and this will continue through the late evening hours. The high wind warning is until 1 o'clock in the morning. Even some embedded thunderstorms. And the one thing we're going to watch very closely with some of these thunderstorms to see if they have any rotation. While the wind damage is expected to be primarily straight line wind, there is a very low risk that some thunderstorms could produce an isolated tornado. And again, I do stress it's a very low risk, but a chance that that's something that we'll have to monitor over the next several hours. There are no tornado warnings or anything like that, but some straight line damaging wind gusts have continued. As you can see, more activity off to our south and west. You see the poor visibility, the wind-driven rain in downtown Providence right now with poor visibility, and the rainfall amounts continue to inch up. When all is said and done overnight tonight, drier weather by tomorrow morning, inch to 2.5 inches of rain. And while we've had some reports of ponding of water and some localized street flooding, this is a snapshot of the latest wind gusts within roughly the last 10 minutes. Gusting 30 to 50 miles per hour right now at this particular moment, but we've had gusts even higher, some gusts over 65, near 70 miles per hour out on Block Island. So everyone has the potential for damaging wind, but the strongest winds would be the further south you go and closer to the coastline. So that's where we have a high wind warning. Areas in red, Providence, Point, south and east, the better chance of getting closer to 60, 65. North and west of that, wind speeds are still high impact, but perhaps a smidge lower, maybe gusts up to 50 miles per hour northwest part of the state. The hurricane barrier, they have closed the gates with the wind coming straight up Narragansett Bay and high tide. This is just going to reduce the risk of any minimal coastal flooding through the Providence River. Nothing serious is anticipated. This is more precautionary than anything else, but some minor coastal flooding up Narragansett Bay and along the south shore next couple of hours. Temps very mild in the upper 50s, so our threat tracker remains high this evening. We'll bring it down to yellow overnight and then back on track on Tuesday with drier conditions, but precipitation off to our south continues to work in. Area of low pressure out across Canada will kind of sit, rather western Pennsylvania will move up towards Canada and stall, but the worst of the weather would be this evening with some improvements during the overnight into tomorrow morning as drier air behind that works in for Tuesday, especially during the afternoon. So the rain and the wind, thunderstorms and downpours continues this evening. Here we are around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Look at the temperatures, all mild. The thrust of it is offshore and gone by early tomorrow morning, maybe an isolated shower early. Some partial sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures will cool back into the 40s by late day and early evening. And overall, your Tuesday not nearly as stormy. It will continue with clearing later tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. So for the this evening and overnight, the worst of the weather now till about midnight. Thereafter, things easing up in terms of the intensity of the rain and wind. Much better tomorrow morning, even though we do start with clouds and maybe an isolated shower, not nearly as bad. And during the afternoon, some partial sun through the cloud cover, temperatures cooling back. 47 by 6 o'clock in the evening, and the rest of the week looks dry and cooler Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Another storm potential over the weekend in the Saturday night, Sunday morning time frame with rain and wind. Stay tuned with temperatures in the 40s. So we're in the thick of it right now. Downpours and some strong wind up until about midnight, but getting better overnight and especially tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks so much, Tony. Coming up.